And this is one where Nico Collins is matched up just one-on-one. You see him with that right arm.
He's got the corner. He knows he's got to get to the inside, but he's got an inside leverage corner with Reed, and yet he's...
And it's just one-on-one. They bring Dante Jackson into the slot.
He has Nico Collins tucked in there tight to the formation. This is very similar to the first play of the game last year.
Little wiggle to him. You're not sure if he's going by you deep, outside, inside, and he can just turn around. Tre'Davious White, a veteran. He's been down this road before. He understands that speed. The double moves, tries to break, and really almost should have tackled him at that point, because if you have somebody with that kind of speed, there's just no way.
The 49 for a first down, working here on Kader Kohu.
Well, this is a planned stop route. You can have deep passes where you throw the back shoulder.
Who is just so good. I mean, Benjamin St-Juste plays this perfectly. Physical off the release, a lot of hand checking. Perfect throw.
Elite work by him. Watch him showing the shallow cross.
Well, it's a good route by Ayuk. He has come so far in his ability to redirect.
He's got the speed to run by you, but the strength to shake off that little bump creates separation, and Hurts with the perfect throw. And then the top end speed at the end of the route.
The entire way down the field.
There wasn't in here. Darius Slay, he gets fooled, but he's got his eyes more on Cousins than he does Drake London.
Stephon Diggs, there were questions about him. Oh, why are the Texans signing this guy? He's a trouble.
All kinds of protection. You got one-on-one on both outsides. You're running two-man route, just running a little comeback right here on the sideline.
At the release, watch that right there. He gets Cam Taylor-Britt to bite on that inside move and runs away from this.
Lions say, Coach, don't worry about that 15 yards. I got you covered here. First play, right in the end zone. But you get some feel for just how that's been able to cover him. So instead of putting him over on the side of Jalen Johnson.
Back out. He's number 80 on the outside. Right here. Boop.
How about what a move that is.
Yeah, that's
nice design by Ken Dorsey, Kevin Stefanski. They have one-on-one with no help.
By DeAndre Hopkins. Watch him carry into the inside, and now the little look and the break. I mean, he leaves Eric Stokes. He bit so hard.
Malik Neighbors is working Martin Emerson right now. This reminds me of what I saw last week against the Commanders.
In terms of their eyes reading through three-step, you see he gets his eyes back to the quarterback, and then right there, he hooks him a little bit to go ahead and sling.
Well, they double Terry McLaurin, and yet he runs right past him. He just splits him. Cam Taylor-Britt gave up a big touchdown last.
Tutu Atwell. Are you kidding me? Tutu Atwell. I hate to say it, San Francisco, but this is almost Willie Mays-ish. Oh, he got
Wide open receiver. Bateman just sliding underneath the coverage. And
Harrison Jr. is going to use some of the bodies in here to clear through. You see the body coming across there, and then it's just a sprint to the corner.
Well, they catch Holland. Holland is the safety. It's a cover two look. That little in and out move, that one step by Metcalf, making it look like it was going to be a dig route.
Along there, they like to keep him in bounds, but you see the safety over the top. They don't have anybody that's threatening down the middle with this too deep. Well, we've seen Carlton Davis man up on DK Metcalf here in this first half. Here was the big play on that last possession. Just an excellent release by DK Metcalf, and I've just got to believe that with that
on a 3rd and 8 play.
it's an out, little pump, and then up, and right there, for everyone saying he's lost a step and he's
out. So Booth, 25, is in for him. He gives him a little double move. Talked about Dable being aggressive. That's third.
a touchdown is over as Xavier Worthy does his thing, the rookie from Texas.
technically he's double teamed, and here's the play.
Man, take a look at this. Mooney just blows right by Paulson Adebo. He tries to look back for the football, but
the safety goes over the top to the left because Justin Jefferson's on that side. See the little stutter and go? He's got no help over the top because of the double team.
Stephon Diggs just running it over. Just keep going over and over. As he's running, you keep running. Stroud puts that right where it needs.
What they do here is they're going to run, these pick plays off here. Man-to-man coverage, nobody over the top. Get yourself an edge right there, and then the ball.
Obviously, Jason, he's being coached to give ground, and it's just, you get.
He's fired up, and it's nice to see Ayuk come out of this game and just show that elite route.
Kind of connection he has with Mahomes, it's so unique.
Well, where he's so good is Alontae Taylor.
And Ayuk threatens him deep,
on Starling Thomas. Just a nice comeback and You got Ayuk going on Clark, and he just runs an in-cut. Clark's running for the undercut.
That once again for the Texans.
And he just runs by everyone. There was no nuance to this one. It was just take off and go. I don't know if Rasul Douglas, the corner.
This time they've got Juju Smith-Schuster tied up with Tyrann Mathieu. He falls down. As Juju Smith-Schuster goes to the middle, he falls down wide open.
Disguising here, so they're playing single high looks, but they're backing out into cover 2. And when you back out into cover 2, Jason, as you know, Slayton in a man look, pressed, gets him, but the ball just, Daniel will want this one back. Just a little bit too tall, a little bit too high.
Heavy linebackers are downhill, both Britt and Levante David, so it's one-on-one, and that's a mismatch with Mooney's speed. Good job, and again,
great route and man-to-man coverage. And when you stem inside and then lean on Murphy Bunting, that's where you get the separation.
That was a beautiful design. This is Mike Jackson lined up one-on-one with no help on Moore. And look what Caleb put.
He's heel, if you will, for Cam Taylor-Britt. These little stop routes have been giving him problems.
Here it is. You see him. He just trips up, loses his footing.
Got Keenan Allen a little bit more involved this week. 2 touchdowns.
Tackle lining up as a wideout. How's that route?
I know. I like the twitch. Okay, he's got a little more. St. Brown one-on-one. Just
coverage. They needed to do it more, but Zay Flowers with all that space inside, it's going to be a really...
Well, that's a good route by Allen Lazard coming off the ball against Rasul Douglas. He gets him going one way and comes underneath.
Well, watch Diggs. He's just going to go up a little stick to the outside on Gonzalez. Accurate throw by CJ as he goes.
10 yards and another first down.
And what'll be interesting is watching who matches up with Bowers during this game.
How does he get guys so open? Well, he's got a lot of time in the pocket to sort it out. They just don't have the...
Downs is going to work in and then out. That time on Brownlee. And again,
shifts and motions, except this time they just quick snap him. Catch Dallas, not asleep, but not prepared. And he's just got two.
Nick Sirianni raved about Jalen Hurts in the offseason, being able to finally identify blitzes.
Out with the concussion. Watch this release. Just spins Thunderberg in a circle. Jim give him this inside move like he's going to go to the slant little right there and then back to the outside. Gino locked in on him.
Look at the route all the way across the field. Finding the dead
in the middle of the field. Again, they're trying to stay with them in man. Ferguson falls down. And so one thing about
excellent job by the guys up front. 5-man pressure. They're man-to-man across the board.
With Stingley.
Remarkable route. Watch him widen. Gain leverage. Swing by. See how he puts that right foot in the ground and gets.
This is a filthy route. He goes up, restacks him, and then puts his foot in the ground. And Ross.
If you're a receiver and can do that. It's another thing if you're a tight end and you're doing that.
It's one-on-one, and you got to run with his speed. He gets you into your turn and your back pedal, and you see at the top.
Bang. Going to their MOs. They're going to run all verticals down here. Coleman. Cooper gets an inside break.
Route. Look at that. Footwork. Restack. Keeps it flat.
This off the ball. Pace. Burst. Now you got his defensive back running vertically. Settle your...
Just the zone coverage here. Bowers finding a crease in the...
And this is why, if you're going to try and get your hands on and play them man-to-man, I just don't think you...
You have Najee Johnson out here again. Hasn't been in. Double move. Get the ball to Cowing, and he runs right by him.
Watch him launch off the football vertically, get that corner to flip his hips, and then come back to the football.
But watch the release here. His little stutter gets to the inside, little arm bar, and then gets away from Williams. A nice passing.
Let him go because ain't nobody running with 10. And you see that shake off the line of scrimmage. Instant separation. And
hanging in the pocket. Watch this. Slant. Whoop. Nope. I mean, that really turned the defender around.
From the Jacksonville offense, and they torched Bullard on this series. I mean, there was no chance.
Routes, the low cross here. He gets Smith on his back, and look at him. They clear it out for him. And
where Jefferson had most of his opportunities over the middle of that defense.
It's up 19 on the play and gets a first down for the Raiders.
Well, that tells you the level of respect that the Chiefs have for the rookie Bowers.
That was good rush lane integrity as well. You see Johnson No one throws.
About Nakua and Cup. Here's Demarcus Robinson, who gets one-on-one. There's the hole, but he's able to work through that hole.
What I like is first is third and manageable, so it makes it easy for Malik Willis to not have to overthink the play.
You drop these in-cutting routes. We've talked about how they have connected on the in-cutting routes. Right there, you know you're going to get another little stick route, one-on-one coverage, or not a stick route, but what they call that scout route.
Got a run play called, but he's always has this as an option. He sees the inside leverage, and what a catch.
A free rusher. You got Booty, who has really struggled today against one of the top corners in the league.
Free. This is a welcome to the NFL moment for the rookie out of Georgia.
A few times, no safety help to that side, and Womack just had no chance. The little hesitation there.
Does it here for 10.
Yeah, Jordan Whitehead is covering him, and he starts as though he's going to run a shallow cross.
He's playing one-on-one with no help. Demarcus Robinson, what a move. That step. And Tyler Lockett just goes immediate fade route. Darius Williams, he just gives up on the play.
Motions across. He knows he's got one-on-one on Nixon. He goes out. No, he goes in. No, and he fakes and he goes back. Nixon.
Just a really good route at the top of the screen. And getting
last week, this is single high, really good coverage by Stevens, but this ball is perfectly thrown back shoulder.
Rakestraw, their second round pick in coverage.
13, first down Miami.
And Waddle's first reception, first target of the day. That time working against Douglas, this an out.
And you just, it's these releases, right? Just a great job on that release. I mean, he gets Cam Taylor-Britt turned completely around.
Really good play design. A.J. Brown's coming in motion, and for Ronald Darby, everything tells you he's running across the field. And as a DB, you have to get
on Jalen Jones at the top of this route. Just a little wiggle to the top, and then completely turns him around and finishes the route by coming back to the quarterback.
This in-breaking route here, Trevor Lawrence hits him right on time, and he gets pulled down.
13-yard line.
What a nice job of running this smash combination. Jake Bobo, they're going to switch, and then you get all this room to the outside for Jack.
Dan's in there. Watson has got that great vertical route on Carlton Davis.
Evan, but it's not. Watch, he just avoids the contact at the line of scrimmage. The jam misses, and then the separation.
Attacking one-on-one. And if Carson's going to have to go against Brown or Smith.
He needs to be helping 21 Stevens out. That's a mismatch one-on-one in an island. He needs somebody back there to be able to help him over top. Look at Steve.
3 years of age tomorrow. Big game. 37 yards.
Yeah, he's the Chargers' leading receiver, and I was waiting to talk about.
With Alukin and Hawkinson. That's the matchup you want. You see him leave him in the dust, standing there at the bus stop, and he takes off.
Great to see him healthy. What a matchup here against the safety, Jordan Battle. Able to kind of take that up and then across against man coverage.
Coming out of the backfield, he's got Levante David on the little stutter step, and you just can't stay with him. These linebackers are so used to defense.
Rebooted kind of quarterback, waiting for his guy.
3rd and 6, and it was a beauty.
Charge timeout.
Sutton on the backside, one-on-one with McDuffie.
An unbelievable catch and just as good a throw. That ball was in the air long before Cooper Kupp came off the clock.
A 9-play drive, an 11-play drive, but they've only gotten 3 points.
Well, you see the top of that route by Cooper Kupp.
The linebackers, he works over the middle. Simpson goes out, and that opens up the interior there.
Bateman working on Taylor-Britt.
Put that foot in the ground, works the other way. He's got him. Look at Lamar. As soon as he threw it, he starts to hit.
Got called up off the practice squad. He's got to play inside, which is where he was, but because...
And he's got Dobbs here. He's got a little post corner. In, back out. A lot of separation there.
Job of Jefferson. Look at his break and how not only does he come flat, but goes back towards the quarterback. He goes back to the quarterback at least a yard.
Wow. I mean, this is, first of all, he looks like a world-class sprinter coming down the field here. But this throw...
Receiver on the Raiders team, and he's become one of the better playmakers in the entire NFL already.
Down the field is a guy we haven't talked about yet. Ladd McConkey, when this draft was being conducted.
Crossers that we know Anthony Richardson likes to throw, and Sauce Gardner just gets
in that space against the rookie.
As he gets away from Sauce Gardner, running just a quick under route. And we talked with Sauce Gardner. He said he had to improve on tackling. If he makes this tackle right where AD
there, if not, check it down. A good route by Myers. He has not dropped a ball yet.
He's done his entire time is beat man-to-man coverage one-on-one and create separation. That's hard.
41. Myers one-on-one with Watson. He gets to the outside with the release. This is an incredible throw from O'Connell.
Can't do. Watch this. He's going to go in here. Oh, and you got to break the leverage, and he used that little push at the top.
In my life, Odell Beckham running a slant route, catching on the run. And if you're on defense, your heart's...
The Shanahan family they were born to call plays. Little semi-roll away from...
And now this.
Yeah, 3rd down and long. You're going to put corners on islands. DJ Reed is very good, but you're talking...
Pickett recognize he has one-on-one outside. And how many times has he told us, Ian, I see one-on-one. I want to get it to these receivers.
On this thing. That just tells me they were going to go for it on 4th down. But as soon as he hit that left-hand turn on...
Catch and run, another pick by Adams right there.
Well, you can see Devontae trying to get separation. There was bump
away from Newsome. You're going to see him stem this route over the ball right there. Just gives him a quick fake and turns on the gas. But Sutton had
great motion coming down, and then Cooks will go in and then go whoop, right back out. Such a weapon with his speed.
Because he's doing it to the player that he went and got involved with and beat, and Joey Porter Jr. That ball...
Just a slow reaction. You won't see it here, but it's just a slow reaction from the safety. He needs to be coming over there to help Jack Jones out. Now you see him 20, but...
And to match up with Elijah Moore and just totally gets him turned around. Levi Wallace came in last week when when Moss left the game with a knee injury.
Well, you run the short throws to ultimately run a double move. You stop your feet, you get flat in total panic mode.
It's now revolving around these two guys.
And watch Diablo, who's a former safety out of college. I mean, nobody can stay with.
Right here in the middle, 13. Look at Wonk, boop, got him.
Great route. Pass play, I'm saying, is complementary to the run game. Kyron Williams, he's run the ball in that same type of formation. Tutu Atwell, he now has time to...
For Parker Washington, and the Jaguars are on the board with their best drive of the afternoon.
At the line of scrimmage, they didn't do it here. Connor, who is in his 2nd year out of Virginia Tech, that is a tough match.
Seen some double moves in this game now from both teams, but there's DK Metcalf with the hint and the fake on DJ Reed.
So it's a chatter comeback. So watch, he's going to run, and then right at the sticks, he chatters. Now everything looks like it's a go ball. It looks like a stutter.
We're going to see Terry McLaurin line up on the right side of the field, and within this zone, sneaks across the field and then gets up, and they don't even see him coming.
Demarcus Robinson, he's going to run away from Ugo Amadi, and this is the hardest route to defend in the red zone if you're a nickel corner.
Collins gets that wide open. It's a stumble right there, trying to hold on, and just it.
Well, I'm not sure where Njoku wanted the ball as he comes off the line of scrimmage. He starts to like his outside, then he's on his inside, and he's backpedaling.
And you got to give credit. This is a great job by St. Brown to use the leverage against Smith.
Where he's normally dominant. Watch how he never finds the football. Good job at the line of scrimmage, a little inside move. Ball's already in the air, and by the time McDuffie looked...
About the Giants, and one of their keys, you want to see them feed him all game long.
Well, he's your most dynamic player, and they drafted him
at these short intermediate routes. Just look at the moves that he's doing, and he's going up against Charvarius Ward, who's
creating the pocket. He wanted the line of scrimmage. He beats Carlton Davis to the inside, and then he works back to the outside. Puts a
quarterback. But they've had second long situations. If you need a drive starter or you need to pick up...
Absolute strength on strength. Cooper Kupp on just a short outbreaker on the Bills. Yeah, got Cooper on a go route on Williams.
Andrew was going to be Calvin Ridley, who had 10 or 9 targets. This is his 10th of the day, but the long reception.
Mac Hollins, one of the most unselfish players. This is called a slot fade. Watch Tutu Atwell. This is called a squirrel route. An out and up and then a comeback. Here's Naku on Taron Johnson. Gets the outside leverage, and it's great coverage.
The coach there, former player. Watch what he does at the end of the route, right here at the top. See that? He gets even with Woolen, and just that.
About Nakua, but do not sleep on Cooper Kupp. They get a little bit uncoordinated in their coverage, and Rasul Douglas has no.
But I love how they're able to flex him out because of his skill set at 6'3", 245. You see that? He dipped.
Bailoa this year has been so good in the second half of games, showing it again today.
89 on the day. It's very simple throw and catch. This is basically a slant, and he just
one-on-one on the outside. Jordan Addison, I just love this young wide receiver. He is such an excellent route runner.
Well, you see him one-on-one here with Dante Jackson. He's just a freak. One-on-one.
This is your quarterback, and then just bring your receiver from one side of the field, man-to-man coverage, and that's not great.
He gets to the middle of the field. As soon as Isaiah Simmons' back turns, Lamar Jackson lets that ball go.
Yeah, this is what hurt the Rams defense early in the year, was just miscues. This time the free safety, Quentin Lake, just late 37.
Picking up the pressure, and it allowed Malik Neighbors one-on-one with Marlon Humphrey, who's having an outstanding season. And you're
running out of time and running out of options. And ran it on their number one cover guy, the rookie.
Early bird didn't work the first time, so now you just got to go back to the old-fashioned stutter go. And Womack, who is really played well tonight.
So surprising that when you have somebody as good as Jamar Chase at that position, that he's also leading the league in yards after catch.
You know, where the contact was, remember, it has to be forcible contact to the head or neck area.
A lot of room there to fit that ball in. And he navigated it perfectly. Edwards is the one who, you know,
great route going across the field. When you get man coverage, you can separate Horace.
Key target. He's working on Joshua Williams. He beats him right off the snap. I mean, that's a win right away against man coverage.
Bishop actually has leverage and likely crosses him over.
Jamison Williams is ridiculously fast, and there's Tyreek Stevenson. He's playing off man. Jonathan Owens, they both underestimate how fast Jamison Williams is.
But you talk about the ability to develop chemistry with a wide receiver. This is a timing route.
It's out to Jordan Addison. He's going to show the go ball on the outside to Witherspoon and then slam on the brakes, get back on the comeback.
And when he goes in motion, you see Terrion Arnold, he's back there. He jumps that little move that he made, and because of that, there was no way.
After the flag was thrown.
What a job. He's the face of Jordan Love.
Watch Jaden Reed. He pushes up vertically, and then that nod as he separates. That's what creates the separation.
His league-leading 16th touchdown catch as they light him up for a 32-yard.
He's got speed, and he can separate against Awuzie. The problem is he hasn't finished enough of his opportunities.
And there he is. Watch this. 10 yards to get going. You're backpedaling, and he just runs straight by you.
You got help inside. Do not let him get outside of you. Well, Ward.
And Reed, he has to throttle down a little bit. If this ball was thrown out where he had to go get it.
Yeah, they're hustling to the line to make sure this one counts.
CeeDee Lamb's just a different breed of cat, man. This guy, bad shoulder and all, going down, pushing, shoving, fighting, doing anything he can, but we don't.
The intentional underthrow, kind of the stop fade, eyes back to the quarterback, and that's impossible.
The eyes of Flowers. A lot of teams run this play. It's
rookie on rookie. Brock Bowers on Jerry and Jones.
Again, in the same way that Austin caught it going across the field for the Steelers again.
At the top of your route right here, as you get to the top of this route, come back to your quarterback, be violent there. That's where you create separation right here. Now stop and then drive.
Absolutely smoked after he let this ball go. You see two bodies near.
Offense is at its absolute best. You're going to see this route that we've seen time after time, 15 to 20 yards.
It's the stutter move. Watch it. He sells the slant. Cam Taylor-Britt believes it's going to be a slant after that move to the inside.
Those long third down conversions are really tough on a defense. You think you've got them in a good spot, you think you've got a good plan, and then they convert it.
Lock to Neighbors. Just look at everything about him, the speed. He's going up against Kenny Moore.
J.C. Horn, their top cover guy, not playing today. So Mike Evans gives Caleb Farley, former #1 pick.
He's just going to run right past Jonathan Jones. I think Jones thinks he's going to make a route and break off his route with the sticks. Nope. I don't know why Jones opened.
Mike Jackson. So Liam Cohen is already getting the key guys involved, because a lot of these play callers, they just write the number one.
Then he comes back right. Look at the route. Addison, this is a little okey doke. Gets him just to Bullard to settle his feet.
To just put it on him. It's just little thing.
A really nice double move on the outside. Just a slant and go, and Darius
down. They're ruling it a catch, and it was tight.
It was such a great release by him off the
seconds left. Dobbs is on Gilmore, and that's just what we call an in cut. Pretty simple. Run up.
Eccles is right where he needs to be, but the ball's got to be on his left shoulder behind him, and then he
this space, and it's Ugo Amadi on the coverage. But when you get to work one of those inside slot fades from inside the numbers,
coming off that interception, but Kittle, such a friendly quarterback receiver.
He is leading the NFL in yards per reception. So that tells me I need to back up. I have no idea why there's no
to try and hit the quarterback, and watch Bowers react to this catch. That ball jumped on him fast, man. Looked like he was trying to catch a rattlesnake for a second, but secures.
And then get up the sideline on the fade. Watch a hard stab. That creates the space.
Into this offense. Here he is, just one-on-one. Watch him snap off this route.
Well, first we'll show the route. Vita dropping back.
Whoa.
Oh, my God. Look at that big fella.
You know what happened?
Going to go outside anyway. Made him really believe he was coming back inside, and then you see
kind of went in and then back out. I used the word twitchy a lot.
Goes 6-3, but watch the route by Jake Bobo. Gets that separation, and I love that Geno Smith put it high. And here's the route. DK Metcalf, see a killer Witherspoon. He thought it's a sack. He gave up on the play.
You're going to see a inside release. Take it like an outcut. Nope. And back up the seam. And another, really, that's still a great throw.
Seams inside, sets that defender, and then slips him without the contact on the outbreaking route. The slippery element.
In short, rather than having any threat of the run, it's just a back shoulder fade to Nico
Pettis, but just not tight enough coverage. Good job selling the go route.
This is exactly what you've seen from Alec Pierce during the course of the last 4 or 5 weeks. He leads the NFL.
This has been the matchup all game long. Go up, eat up the space. He took away the slant with the inside technique.